What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, man. Oof. I don't think this is going to be pretty. The toddler is with my parents tonight. She's having a sleepover. So infant's asleep and it is pitch black out. Yowza. But not a ton of health. Okay. Boy. Interesting. All right. Okay. All right, I got a couple of you guys in here. I'm going to wait for a few more, but I'm a bit nervous here because I do not know if my Treya team can beat this. Ugh. I don't have confidence in that. And the issue I'm running into here is Lord Vader is going to inflict daze all the time, so he's going to be gaining 50% health, 50% protection when he uses that ability, which basically means he heals up to full health. Stelios, how we doing, man? Just looking to see what the game plan here is. Okay. All right. Matthew Button. Dude, Button, it's like... Isn't it past your bedtime yet? Didn't Jody put you to sleep? Gary, how you doing, my friend? All right. So here's what I'm thinking, fam, so far. What makes me nervous is this Datacron. Makes me very nervous. Because if he gets days off, it's a full heal. Gaming night for you. Well done, Button. Well done. So Lord Vader gets the full here. Astro, I got you. We'll definitely get to the roster reviews at the end there. I gotta get through this GAC first. I've been all right, guys. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but we're gonna get through. So here's the defense that I set, just so you guys can see this. So I've been throwing this team on defense just because I can. Got our Lord Vader team there. Qui-Gon. This Datacron is actually pretty decent for them, right? They get their foresight, critical damage, offense, armor pen, and then they gain speed up on a basic, which can be helpful. And then I've been doing this a lot. So I've stopped placing the health and protection cron on Malgus because everybody just uses Sith Eternal anyway, so I may as well just throw a cron like that on there. And then over here, we've obviously got our Jabba team, General Skywalker, Dash, and then Rogue One. Dude, Gary, the new house, it's definitely not made as much progress as the wife and I would like. Between her weddings and everything else, we just have not had time to really get to a ton of stuff. And then obviously I've been building my daughter's playhouse, which is just... Let me see if I can pull up a picture of this thing. We're about, like, I don't know, halfway done with it right now. Let me see where it's at. Do I even have a picture of it? I don't know if I took a picture of this monstrosity. Hold on. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see here. Let me see if I can make sure that you guys can actually see what this thing looks like. So, like, that's... I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, but that's what the swing set is. That's what I'm dealing with here. So, that's halfway done. There's still more. There's still a whole nother slide and a whole nother castle to build there. So, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do on that still. So here's what I'm thinking for strategy-wise here. So I think we're going to use, our king, we're going to use him here. I think we're going to use the king up here. I think I'm going to try an Imperial Trooper this team. And then, I feel like I have to use Supreme Leader Kylo Ren here because I have no idea how to beat this Night Sister team. I have no clue how to beat this team, so I feel like I'm just going to use Kylo here and call it a day. And then down here, I think we're just going to try JMK. It's not the data cron, like it's 72% defense, but it's not the health and protection cron. That's the one thing I noticed about this guy's account. He didn't have, like, he's not having those health and protection crons. And I don't know, it's still a lot of defense, it's still a lot of relic 8s, but you think that, you know, he's gaining, like, let's just take a look at his, like, Kersantin here for a second. At relic 8, right, 177,000 protection, right, 94,000 health, plus the bonuses from Jabba. But he's not gaining that extra, you know, those extra percent stats that, say, like, mine's going to be getting here, right, where I've got 28% health, 27% protection, 171 defense, and then 15% max health and protection for each other dark side ally. So now, my Kersantin is almost at as much, it's at more health, and almost as much protection as his Relic 9 is, with 100% more defense and an additional 30% max health and protection. So that's the one thing that might save me here, is that my Kersantin team is just going to be so thick if he doesn't have the right datacrons to beat those things, which he probably does because this is a good account. Same thing on the Lord Vader here. We've got plenty of defense, a lot of health steal. That's the one thing I don't like about this datacron. I wish this was like protection, because health steal is nice, but it's kind of gets nerfed by Jedi Master Kenobi, which is what most players are ending up using against this. So, which is fine. I mean, trading a GL for a GL, but not getting as many holds. All right. Make sure you guys like the stream too. Like the stream if you so please. Panther, do you have Aura Bounty Hunters that usually works? So I do have Aura Bounty Hunters. Here's the problem. Right? Marin's going to give everyone that like defeat immunity. I'm pretty sure she'll give everyone that defeat immunity. So I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to try to avoid that, because I'd like to try my bounty hunters against Lord Vader over here. I think I'm going to at least attempt that, as long as the back wall looks okay. So we'll kind of see how this all pans out. I have no idea. I mean, at this stage, I went 3-0, so I don't know if I covered this. I did go 3-0 in my last rounds of GAC. And I shouldn't have. I beat a guy with like 11. I beat a guy who had all 7 Galactic Legends. So anything I get this round, and if I get a win at all this round, it's a bonus. My skill rating is stupid high right now. So we're gonna start off with, I think, Wampa up here. I think that's what I want to go with. So let's pull the king in here and. Excuse me. Oof. All right. Let's see what Datacron I want to give him. That's my Kenobi one. Try to save this for CLS. I'm just trying to figure out what Datacron I want to use. I've been using this for Jedi Master Kenobi against Jabba because of the speed up, which is super, super nice. I think I'll just use this. I think we'll just use this. A little bit of extra offense. Yeah, reviews will be after GAC. All right, we're going in, guys. All right, buddy, come on. We can do this, Wampa. Okay. Put everybody under stealth, of course. Ooh, that fear's not good. Okay, get that counterattack. Thank you. All right. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Counterattack. Let's just ramp up again. Yep. Okay, ramp up again. That should kill Trench. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. And they just put it right back on. Okay. I'm not going to get rid of that more than once, because I don't want to ramp Django's damage any more than it is. See, this team would be a lot scarier if they had the health and protection cron. It's the one thing, that health and protection cron is just so good. Like, GBA will be annoying, but it's not, like, annoying enough. Like, I'm just one-shotting him at this point. There we go. They were dying off from damage over times. He's dead now. And there goes Newt. Yep, there we go. We're starting off. Admiral Bench. Our king, guys. There we go. Nice 68 banners. That's going to start it off nice. There we go. All right. Okay. I think we're going to go here. I only need the RNG that Jabba doesn't decide to eat Commander Tano there. So the reason I've been using this Datacron over the health and protection is because like this high defense with the armor penetration that I'm running here and the extra offense and the speed up, it just ends up being a lot smoother of a battle for me. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Do this. Of course you target her first. That was a lot of damage. Yikes. Okay, put that on her. Just keep going. Oh my gosh. I know it's not like the truth, but it just feels like this team takes a million turns because of all their assists. I know that's not like the actual case, but it just always feels like they take a bajillion turns. Okay. Let's go after Skiff Guard Lando. So this has been the tactic I've been using in GAC, is just getting to an early ult, killing Boosh Leia, or Coors Light Leia, I should say. I can't believe I said her name correctly. What a fail on my part. And then going after like Skiff Guard, and then working my way through Chrysanthemum and Embo once I can. So we got those guys out. Let's try and get Armor Shred on Embo here. I don't know if I'll be able to kill him. Okay, we got through Embo. That's good. Get rid of the damage immunity. So now it's just getting through Chrysanthemum at this point, which is not going to be fun. Okay. We're just going to stack Armor Shreds on him as much as I can. And this is where the speed up really comes in handy, is I just get to take so many turns. Like, I'm just going to keep trying to apply as much Armor Shred as I can. Like Kenobi, look, Kenobi's already at ultimate again, so we can hit ult. And we're going to pass the turn to Kenobi. And try and get Jabba out here. And if I can get Jabba out before ultimate, that would be ideal. Come on, get him out. There we go. All right. We're home clear. Look at that. There we go. There we go, guys. Look at that. 65 banners right there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now this Zori team scares the crap out of me. Are Datacrons limited, or is there a limited use to Datacrons? So, I mean, I wouldn't say there's, like, limited use. Like, I mean, outside of, like, you can only use them in certain game modes, but it's more so that, like, so this Datacron here, it's got health and protection, but you could have any other stats here, and if this was the 15% max health and protection for each other ally, it gets a lot scarier. It's just a situation I think that a lot of players, that you've got to really understand the kits to know why that makes such a big difference, but it does. I do want to look and see though. I'm gonna come over here to my I'm trying to decide. If I think Imperial Troopers or... Yeah, I think Imperial Troopers is the answer. All right. Let's load these guys up with offense. All right. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just remove turn meter. We're going to stay targeted on Finn here. Oh, gosh. Because he's going to... Got a friggin' turn. It's not what I wanted. Okay. I'm not... So, look, guys. I'm going to try something here. Okay, good. I got days on at least, like... Okay, cool. Zori's out of stealth. Let's push turn meter. And let's try and get her out. Come on, Dark Trooper. Can you kill? Yes, let's go. All right. That is... Oh, that is awesome. Let's go. I love when I can kill Zori, because then it just completely takes away all that damage immunity, bonus turns. There we go. 65 banners, guys. All right. Yeah. This is the team I'm just so scared of. I'm very scared of that team. I'm trying to see if my opponent set this on defense at all or not last time. Just to see what other people use to beat it. Yeah. This might be a new one. What about Sith Empire? Oh, I do not have... My Sith Empire's on defense. Dusk, how we doing, my friend? Evening, everybody. Yeah. Solo, I'm fighting your guildmate. Oh, man. Better watch what I say, right? Nah, it'll be fine. All right. First order. No, General Skywalker's on defense. General Skywalker's on defense here. I just don't want to get cocky and say that General Skywalker will destroy, like that, or that can Supreme Leader Kylo Ren solo this team. So I'm curious of. Yeah, it does look like Kylo. I'm looking online, and it looks like Kylo's soloing this. Here's the thing, guys. I do not have a good counter for this. Like, I don't have a good counter. Like, if you go on galaxyofheroes.gg and you look up counters to this team, it's General Skywalker, Tuskens. Imperial Troopers only have a 56% win rate. Reva is 62. Bosk Bounty Hunters is 64. Traya is 73. And that's Traya, Savage, and, like, you know, Talon, right? Like, I mean, there's not a lot of solid win rates against this with things that I have on offense. Starkiller's 78%. Like, yeah. It's just a solid team. Aura Bounty Hunters is 41%, and that's with Zam. So, yeah, I don't have the tools. %86 armor penetration. Yeah. Maybe we'll bring First Order Stormtrooper as a meat shield. And what do I have? I don't have anything super helpful. Oh, no, that'll work. We'll use that. 2% offense, 23%. How long have I been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Let's see. So, I played for, I don't know, about a month right after launch. Stopped playing, picked it up in summer 2016 again. Played until midway through 2018, about August of 2018. Stopped playing again until April 2020. Now, I'm saving Wat Tambor. Wat Tambor always gets saved, and Kylo Ren Unmasked is going to get saved because I'll probably do like another Hux First Order team. So I won't need First Order. I don't care if First Order Stormtrooper dies here. I just need him to like eat big hits. That's all I need from him. Yeah. I'm going in with this. I'm not double thinking it. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's all I needed him to do was take that hit. That's literally all I needed him to do. That'll work. Yep, Marin's dead. And those guys are dead. Yep, there we go. We'll take that. I probably could have done that just with Kylo, but I'll sacrifice a few banners and be safe. I think I probably could have just done that with SLKR, though. Alright, so there's the back wall. Interesting back wall. Okay. Alright, so I definitely have my work cut out for me here. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do. Gosh, now I just don't know if I can use Iden to beat any of these teams. Do have Commander Luke Skywalker, which I think... I don't know if I could beat Dash or not. I think I could beat Adrad with that team. What could beat Dash here? I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's go to the front wall. And we're definitely just going to go ahead and do this battle while I'm thinking of it. Definitely bringing this one. Health, steal, health, protection, defense. Definitely bringing this. All right. Oh. Okay. Okay, do that. Ooh, yikes, that was not good. I don't want Rey healed up. Okay, nice. Alright, there she goes. We're going to get earned damage immunity. Should, at least. Oh, nice. That was a perfect sudden whirlwind timing. It's perfect. Okay, let's Let's get that on R2-D2. We're just going to try and get everybody to damage immunity. Okay. Just do basic. Just do basic. Basic. Let's give defense up. Basic again. Basic again. One more time. There we go. All right. So now let's give old Ben that. Let's whittle her down a bit. Okay, hit that up. Come on, please kill him. Yes! All right. He's not coming back. Because I have my Datacron is that whenever a Sith defeats an enemy, they don't come back. All right, so we might... Let's throw this first. Darn it. Should have done the other thing first. Oh, well. We'll be fine. Okay, let's call in our Star Destroyer. There we go. We'll take that. We'll take 64 banners. That's why that Omicron on Starkiller is so important for that healing community, guys. Keep JTR from healing back up. Rey is not easy to beat without Starkiller. Jedi Master Kenobi can do it. Lord Vader on auto can sometimes do it. But yeah, Rey is a... I think a lot of players discount Rey because they're like, oh, Starkiller beats her. But like, it's such a... I don't want to say niche counter because Starkiller beats a lot of stuff. But it is a very... That entire, like, Starkiller, Palpatine, Mara Jade, everything they do works to beat her. Everything they do works to beat her. All right, so here's the real question. Do I even attempt bounty hunters here? Do I even attempt bounty hunters? I just don't know. When looking at my opponent's history, looks like one guy got through it with Jedi Master Luke. Another guy used Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. The guy who tried bounty hunters failed. But that was not the right Datacron for that team. Let's go to the round before that. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Wow, yeah. So bounty hunter. Yeah. So bounty hunters did nothing for that guy. But that's not the right bounty hunter team to bring. This other guy. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna bring my I think I'm just gonna bring Jedi Master Luke. I think I just bring Luke, call it a day. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just bring Jedi Master Luke here. All right, and yeah, that's the team I want. Let's go. This should actually be the easiest Lord Vader I've faced in a while. I think that Datacron really stops bounty hunters because, like, see how much health and protection he just got there? All right, let's try and get ability block. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go here, actually. And let's call Shock T. And then she can call Jedi Knight Revan. Jedi Knight Revan just got another turn. So I can call Hermit Yoda, push turn meter. I can push turn meter with you again. I can push turn meter with you again. Then I can call everybody to assist, push more turn meter. Now him targeting Revan with that was not ideal. But we'll be fine. Let's at least cleanse all that garbage off. We'll gain turn meter. Let's heal up. Okay, Revan will have his cleanse ready soon, which is good news. That's what I need. Let's throw out crit immunity. Heal. Oh, nice. That's even better. That's even better. Let's do this. Let's throw that out there. So the reason you call Hermit Yoda to assist there, guys, is he's going to give out turn meter on his basic. So when I don't have damage over time on me, I will always call Hermit Yoda to assist. So that way I can get turn meter, or in some cases, just so I can get healing, because healing is nice. So we'll do that, deal some damage. Let's do this. Oops, that was not who I wanted to call, but that's fine. All right. So now what I'm going to do is ability block him, heal everybody up, and then if I want to call Hermit Yoda, darn it. So the thought here with calling Hermit Yoda now is that I'm just trying to gain back banners on everybody. If I can gain back like a banner or two, it's huge. There we go, 63 banners. That's not horrible. Is JKR worth farming? 1000%. Yeah, Jedi Knight Revan's one of my most important characters. Just when I don't know if you guys saw the video today where I was like bashing the way that people mod him. I just think everybody was modding Revan for protection because he's like the first character people would get, and they'd relic him and they'd use him against like a Gear 11 team. Like, no wonder he's hitting for 40k and you want him for offense. But, you know, against these guys, he's not going to hit for anything crazy. It just doesn't happen that way. All right. This team is super scary. This is like just so scary. For unlock, I think I did it with like Gear 8s. It's not hard to get Revan. So the Jedi Master Luke Ultimate, that's a great question. Jedi Master Luke Ultimate is actually, a lot of people don't like it But for certain battles, like the Lord Vader battle, it's extremely important. So in Ultimate, the max cooldown for They Grow Beyond and Efflux is reduced by 2. So if you look, Efflux is the AoE ability, which is remove 20% turn meter, inflict ability block and breach for 2 turns, deal 10% more damage, and remove turn meter for each people with this, right? And then we gain critical hit immunity plus turn meter. But so this goes from a cooldown of 4 to a cooldown of 2. And this goes from a cooldown of 4 to a cooldown of 2. And this, the big thing here, you call a target, you inflict tenacity down days, you increase their cooldowns. So in Ultimate, Jedi Master Luke can increase your cooldowns here, and then he can ability block you and basically keep you just using basics the rest of the game. It's awesome. Yeah, it's one of the best. I actually think it's a very underrated Ultimate. I think a lot of players kind of skip it, and I find it so important, especially like against your Kenobis and Lord Vaders. You need that Ultimate. Okay. All right, we're going to have to do this. Gosh. This is like the battle I'm the most scared of right now. This is the battle I'm most scared of. Yep. Okay. I have no idea who to like do anything to right now. Okay. What does this do? Nice work, Savage. Okay. Can we... Oh, gosh. Damage immunity. Okay. Get rid of that. Their offense is going to be so crazy right now. Oh, yikes. Yeah, just increase cooldowns. Okay. Call this in. Ooh, yikes. Not good. No! Ugh. That's terrible. Yeah. Oh, yikes. I can't even get Malicos out. Look at that. Just nothing I can do here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yikes. And I just flat out preloaded that. Yeah, I'm not getting through. I don't think I can get through that team. I do not, especially preloaded, I do not think I can get through that. Oof. Alright, well, this just got infinitely harder, but we'll see what we can do, guys. Yeah, I don't know what I can do against that team. Someone smarter than me knows what to do. Maybe use a GL there, but I don't have the... That's like the next thing now, right? Like if everybody's got Malicos, Seer, I just cannot compete. But then I can't beat this team, right? Like, or maybe I need to stop throwing General Skywalker on defense to beat Malgus. But it's fine. I'm not too bothered one way. You know, the night was going all right until we lost to Malicos there. Ugh. Yeah, again, guys, like, I could use Sith Eternal, but I have my, like, game plan for how, like, I need Sith Eternal to beat Malgus right now. I'm not Arnold with, you know, every team unlocked. I mean, I don't need, like, I don't, for this battle, I don't need Geonosian Brood Alpha. The only mistake I made there was I should have waited. Okay, just kill those two. And then I want to... Ah, that was a stupid link. Oh, whatever. Uh-oh. Baby's up. Come on, Char. Go back to sleep. Uh-oh. Alright, I gotta set this on auto real quick. There we go. Alright, give me 1 second. Yep, baby's crying. There you go, girlfriend. There you go. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Do you want to say hello? You want to see Daddy fail some more Grand Arena? You want to see Daddy fail a little bit more in Grand Arena, honey? Alright, I gotta figure out what I can use now to beat all these teams. Yeah, the baby could defeat Malicos. The crying can do it. Alright, Oralee definitely not going to survive these opening plays. We do have Commander Luke Skywalker, which I think could at least try to kill this Vandor. Do you want your bottle? There you go. Question is, I don't even know what I have to beat this, right? Yeah, I just don't think I can. We'll try this. I may as well. I mean, what do I have to lose? Yeah, it was more, I just was like, it just was not going to be a, whew. Okay. Get this turn off. He'll die. Yeah, look at that. I mean, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not beating that team. Bounty Hunters annihilate Malicos. We could try that. I want to try and clear the back wall first. I mean, this team is just so... This is so good, right? Like, this guy... This account... This guy actually has a pretty good account for the GP size that he has. I think he's like 10.8, right? Yeah, 10.8 million. He's got all the GLs except Leia, right? He's got Riva, the, you know, Malicos, all that stuff. Like, this guy's... He's loaded. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting through the rest of this. I just don't think. The Treyarch squad was the only chance I had. I think maybe if I could have used, like, Jedi Master Luke here, but I don't think my Bounty Hunters were beating this team. The research I did on this guy, anybody who used Bounty Hunters was failing because... So that Datacron he had isn't good against anything other than Bounty Hunters. Which is fine. Like, that's his goal, is that he doesn't want people clearing it with Bounty Hunters. Yeah, gas works. Well, I don't have General Skywalker on offense right now. Maybe I need to switch that up. And what does this Datacron do? All right, we're just going to do this. And, I guess I'll just bring Cody just for kicks and giggles here. Definitely need this. Why is Hondo border white? Because he's an he doesn't... Oh my gosh, wow. Kaidi Mundi just one shot. Oh my goodness, what? That was insane. Oh, Char going for the mic. Oops. Okay. Oh, there we go. That'll work. That'll work nicely. We'll get through that. Okay. See, I don't even know if I can clear this team, to be honest. Look, Charlie, that's Daddy's. That's Daddy's stuff. You know what? I'm gonna try this. I mean, I may as well. Like, I'm just at this point, it doesn't matter. But I wonder if I could get this to work. I wonder if I could get this to work with, it'll stop Hondo's turn meter gain. No, like, Hondo's not light side or dark side. They just have him as, like he's neutral. He's both good and bad. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, call everybody to assist on Vandor Chewbacca there. Nice. Okay. That'll work. Okay, going on dash. There we go. Now, can they kill Hondo? That's the real question. Okay, heal up. Okay, call everybody to assist on Hondo. Ooh, that's the ticket there. Boom. That'll work. We'll take that win. I'll take that. All right. Do I try? I mean, I could try Bosk here. I doubt Bosk will work. Yeah, like, I don't think CLS beats Malicos, does he? Let's see. Jeez. Charlie girl. I know you so badly want to hold the microphone, but then Daddy will sound even worse than he already does. Commander Luke Skywalker has a 13% win rate against Seer Malicos. Oh my gosh! I mean, I'll just mess around here. Let's see what we can do here. So the problem is I just don't have enough, like at that point now, right? I don't know that I'd have enough teams to even clean up like the Seer leftovers. If I could try and gun her down. I just don't know if it'll work. You guys want me to try that? Should I try? What do you want me to try? Let me try bounty hunters here. Let me try bounty hunters here. The question is should I use Bosk Lead or should I use someone else? And I do not have... I have Aura, but I don't have Zam. So I don't have the Zam, like... so I have this, and... I guess we could try you. Oops. I guess we could try you. Are you all done with that? What do we want here, kiddo? Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this, guys. I have no idea if this will work. Especially with a toddler going for the microphone right now. Here, hold the phone. Hold Daddy's phone. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's use this. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, Bosk is dead. And that stagger hit was not good. Push turn meter. All right, there's our... Oh, that should... Oh, that's contract. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, we're okay. Okay, Adrad's out. Oof. Okay. So I need to take Jin out next. She's the one we need to kill next. Okay, that'll work. Oh my goodness. Fennec girl not looking so hot. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's kill Biston. Okay. Wow. This There's no way. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's fine. 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 Just snipe him out. Wow. I can't believe that worked. I cannot believe that worked. That was... Wow. That was lucky. Okay. So now we can just try whatever we want against this. We can do this. And I just have to pray I can kill Seer. Ooh. Yikes. That's not... Yep. I guess that answers that question, guys, on if I can kill Seer. That answer is a flat out no. Sheesh. Yep, that's a no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I have that would beat this. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it just for kicks and giggles, but yeah, we're not getting through that. Oh my goodness, Charlie girl. Like, there's nothing. Malicos is good. I mean, Malicos, like, Seer and Malicos is a solid team. It's why everybody, I've had to face this. It stopped me another time, too, against somebody else. I had to face this, and it just, like, destroyed me. Nah, Shorty won't work. Like, it's I won't deal enough damage to these guys to even be able to do anything. Like, look at that. Yeah, like, I can't get revives out of it, anything. They got damage immunity. Look at that. Like, yeah, there's just... Look at this. That is so... I mean, that's such a great team. Look at how good that is. Yeah, I think the only way I could have beaten that is if I had... I don't even think more relic levels would have helped at that point. This Malicos, I mean, this is just a really well-modded team. There's no way I get through that. Not unless I bring... The only thing I think I could have done is if I would have switched my General Skywalker from offense to defense, and then maybe I have a chance. But, yeah, I think my opponent is just going to, like, absolutely destroy me. Because he's got the teams and the data... He should have Datacrons to beat me. And if not, you should at least just be able to do it through pure teams. Like this Kron here. Yeah, I think he should just be able to absolutely ruin my life on offense. Because I didn't see any of these Krons on defense. So I'd be curious where he's going to end up using them. Well, yeah, so guys, reviews. So the way reviews work, so channel members, you guys get them, just drop your ally codes. Otherwise, it's a first come, first serve basis. Ouch, Charlie. Crushing my ears right now, kiddo. I would only relic Malicos if you've got Seer Junda. I would not be like throwing relics on Malicos without Seer. Also recognize, like, that's a, you know, take into account too how good that guy's mods are. You know, this is like, you guys got to recognize, like, my skill, just for perspective, I was 1 win away from Kyber 1 before I lost the first round. So it's just one of those situations where, you know, I'm not at that point where it happens. I mean, there's nothing to finish. I can't beat this guy. I'm not making that, I'm not clearing this Seer Jinda team. I'm impressed enough that Bosk Bounty Hunters beat this team. That was a really solid win. And hopefully you guys liked the First Order beating this team. That was another solid one that we were able to pull out there. So I'm pretty proud of these two battles right there. Those were really, like, I want to say dicier plays, but they were a little bit more on that side of like, oh gosh, you know, what are we doing here? Yeah, that Malicos team just not something I could have, like, the only thing I could think of is if I tried the Treya team down here and used Supreme Leader Kylo Ren on Seer. But it is what it is, right? Yeah, CLS definitely I just could not. I think with all of these Omicrons and stuff, it's just not something I'm prepared for yet. My account just cannot compete with something like this. Not with what's it called? Not when a player's like skilled enough and then has, you know, all the GLs outside of Leia, right? He's got the GLs, Reva, the Malicos, right? Look at the relic levels there. I mean, I just can't compete with accounts like this. That's just not realistic. I want to see how close he is to. Yeah, look, he's got a 6-star Drogon and Scout Trooper. Like, not even close to that yet. Yeah, hats off to this guy. That's well done on his part. Well done. All right, so I see, so Swept Yeti, I think you're the first channel member with a ally code in here, man. Let's pick this up. Let's see what we got, Swept. Let's go. All right. So you're one relic level away from Vader being done for Executor. Got Bosk there, Boba there, nice. How's the rest of the bounty hunters looking? Okay. Cad Bane 7-star, IG88 7-star. All right, we're making progress. Piet 4-star. Houndstooth, nice. Houndstooth 7-star already is great. So is the plan, Swept, is your plan still going for Executor? Just look at, like, seeing a Relic 6 Vader. You still haven't replaced your Han mod? Come on, man. We gotta replace that. We gotta get those off. Yeah, we gotta get that off. That's a solid one, though. What's going on, Charlie girl? Goodness gracious. Okay, so still going for Executor is the plan. I mean, as I said, I'm pretty sure I said this before. Like, I like the Zeta and Omicron choices. I feel like the Poggle Omicron is a solid option at this level. I definitely think about getting the Mara Jade. I think it's this one. If you get this this Zeta here, it's a really solid Zeta because that feeds Palpatine turn meter as well. So if you get Palpatine, which you should have an Emperor. Yeah, you got Palpatine. That Zeta feeds Palpatine some turn meter as well, which is super, super nice. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, just keep working towards your Executor. You got to get through that. So you ask for Phoenix mods. I mean, at this stage, as long as they're just somewhat modded properly, they're fine. Like, Chopper, I'm not too concerned about right now. Like, that's appropriate mods, right? I'd maybe give, let's see what Hera is. Yeah, I mean, they're appropriate. All right, there's no, like, that's actually, this is a super nice mod. I would definitely try to slice this up if you can and put it on a better character. I could find characters in my own roster that could use this mod. Like, I would spend everything I could to get that up right away. Otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't take any of these mods without speed any further. That's just not worth it. See Kanan. Yeah, it's fine. Just as long as he's surviving, that's all you need. C-Rex. Potency, yep. Offense, yes, that's a great mod for him. That's a great mod. Lots of potential to grow there. Same here. Those are really got solid secondaries on that. That's okay. It stinks you didn't get more speed on this mod. Because, like, you've got 2 solid secondaries, but you didn't get a ton of speed rolls there. That's really good. And those are decent secondaries. Yeah, Rex looks really good. And then for your 5th, if you're using Zeb as a 5th is fine, but I think most people are using Sabine. And with her, yeah, that's a good mod. It's okay. It's pretty decent. And that's pretty decent. Yeah, I think you're pretty good, Swept. I think you're pretty set. You've got the right ideas on a lot of the characters. Some of them, you're at that point where I can't sit there and be like, oh, you should have all these great mods because you're only at 1.5 million. Like, I'm looking at the general idea, and do you have mods? Like, that mod on Hera is one that you can slice this up and then move around to someone far better than her. So, that's really important. And then Wampa, our king. Ooh, I'm liking what I see. Protection, alright, that's fine. Protection's not the best. So, the health is good. At your level, I would just focus on getting health. So once you get to, I'd say this, with Wampa, guys, for anybody here. With your Wampa, until you get to, like, Relic 7, Relic 8, your primary objective should be max health. Because before, like, just for the sake of argument here, right? Before you get to certain relic levels, you're not going to have enough base max health to survive, right? Like, once I got to Relic 8, I went from going for a ton of max health on my Wampa to modding him for tenacity because my base max health is so high already. And my health now at Relic 8 is higher than my health was when mine was Relic 5, modded for all-out health. So it just is... Adding relic levels to your Wampa is how you get more of those, like, health. So I'd say health first, and then tenacity becomes secondary, because that's when you start trying to counter some of those higher level teams and other ideas. So yeah. Yeah, Swept. Good stuff, man. I'm going to move on to Swinny. I see the $5. Thank you so much, my friend. I will get to you in a second. I saw BD also dropped his ally code channel member. So we're going to get BD here, and then we're moving on to Swinny. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Going for Executor Gas on the side, wondering what to prioritize after. Well, let's take a look. So, said Executor, so how close are we to Executor? 7, 8, 5, 5. So this needs to be 6, or this needs to be 7-star. That's finished. That needs to be 7-star. Okay. Yeah, Swept. For low relic levels, you want health. For higher relic levels, you start adding tenacity because you don't need as much health on Wampa. Yeah, it's dependent on what you're taking it up against. Like, my tenacity Wampa is going to try and beat Starkiller in 3v3. So that's why he's modded for tenacity. Otherwise, I'd just keep him loaded for health, and he'd never lose protection up. Yeah, the ships. Yeah, you're really close on ships. And then you said you're going for General Skywalker on the side. I mean, it can work. It just depends how much you're willing to invest in the 501st at that point. Because that'll eat up a lot of resources there. And you'll also need to think about, too, like, you're going to have those separatist droids. You're going to want to make sure that you get some gear on General Grievous to kind of match them. Because he's, like, they'll just kind of take up space. And for the love, please just get a Zeta on Wat Tambor. That's not that. Come on, man. Otherwise, I think Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is going to be your ticket to success between getting whatever you want to get next. We're living in the world right now of Jedi Knight Luke being like the gateway to everything else. He literally is the gateway to everything else right now. His Rex are needed for like a bunch of different GLs. He's needed for 2 GLs. And you've got a really good start here. Like, you've got a really good start on the characters you need for Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, etc. Like, that's a really good start. I don't hate the 501st idea, because I think like, yeah, dude, like with Wat Tambor plus Sith Eternal will beat 90% of what you're going to end up facing. Like, all you need Wat to do is pass the tech to Sith Eternal, and he's done. Like, as you saw, like, my Wat, he literally passed tech and then sat there until Malgus killed him. That's literally all you ever need. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't think you're you're not far away from, like, the first parts of General Skywalker, but it's those second parts that you're further away from, right? Like, these guys, this is where you're significantly further away. So that's where you've got to kind of start thinking maybe longer term. Like, think longer term with General Skywalker there, man. Otherwise, just keep pushing for the Executor. Just keep pushing there. And 320 speed is acceptable on Piet. That's for 4 million GP. That's a pretty solid Piet. What are we once you get your Darth Revan, we definitely need to work on these mods. We still need to work on these. Those are just, definitely start working on some, like, legitimate speed mods, speed sets to get these guys faster. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, behind the ships, but well done, man. I mean, you're making the good progress. You're in hard mode conquest now, so make sure you're doing hard mode conquest and getting as many rewards as you can. That's going to be the key there. So, yeah. All right, let's keep moving here. So now we got Swinny08. Finished up CAD, Beskar Mando, Rex from last time, working towards JKL. Which GL should I push for afterwards? Keep up the great work. Swinny, what's the ally code, man? Did you drop your ally code, Swinny? Because I could say a GL, but it's going to be of no help if I don't know exactly what you're working on. Or, like, what you're working with, I should say. Do you want some milk, Charlie? Yeah, Swinny, do you get your... I don't see the ally code, man. Make sure he's got to still be in chat, so let's give him a minute here. Make sure you're putting the, like, X's or dashes in between those numbers. Because YouTube, for some reason, doesn't like it that way. If he doesn't, then I'll move back up the list here. There you go, girlfriend. Charlie's crushing her bottle now. Anthony, my friend, how we doing? All right, Swinny, I'm going to give you time to put your ally code back in, so if at any point you put it in, we'll move you back up to the top of the list here. Let's keep going. I gotta look and see how far back I can go. I know some people dropped theirs at the very beginning here. But I think I'm just gonna scroll up. I don't see it. Swinny, did you do it? Anybody? I don't see it. Gotta put like the X's or dashes. There it is. All right, there we go. All right. Sith Eternal, 4.8. So you finished up Cad Bam and Rex from last time, working towards JKL now. Which GL should I push for? All right. Yeah, so now that we've got Leia in game, we know a little bit more. All right. Let's check. Oh, that's right. The Phoenix is I forgot you have really good Phoenix on this account. Oh, I'm jealous of that. That's awesome. So, Swenny, are you thinking of doing any of the other characters for Leia, or were you just like, yeah, I love Rex and everybody else can go shove off into the sunset? Because, I mean, you love the Rebels TV show. Okay. All right. So everybody else can shove off. Okay. So in that case, I still think you start with Jedi Knight Luke, but I think you get Hut Cartel and go for Jabba. Because with Jabba being, like, everybody's accelerated now for Jabba, so you should be able to get him super quickly. You'll be able to start getting the mod event, doing better in PvE game modes, stuff like that. That'll help you a lot and then kind of give you that build foundation to decide whether you want to go for Leia after Jabba or go Jedi Master Luke. Like, you can't go those 3 Galactic Legends. Once you get Jabba, I think you'll be able to go in any direction that you want. The only reason I'm not suggesting Leia right now is I think a lot of players struggle more so with mods than the rewards you get from Leia's Endor escalation. Because the way the Endor escalation, once that comes about, I'll feel a lot better of what to actually say. But if the reward, like, if people are getting 0 of stuff, then, like, I would blow a gasket. Like, that's just ridiculous. So I think Jabba is a little bit of a smarter play than Leia right now, because you still need Drogon and you need Scout Trooper and Princess Nisa. The only reason I'm not recommending JML over Jabba is because Jabba's got so much more uses. He's got so many more uses than JML does. Like, Jabba's got the mod event. He'll get you cleared in the assault battle for bounty hunters. I just think Jabba offers you a little bit more that, as much as I love Jedi Master Luke, Jabba's just a superior galactic legend in every sense of the word. They both, like, you think of those conquest feats of win without using a Jedi Sith unaligned Force user, Jabba fits that, right? You know, win without using attackers, Jabba and Luke can both help you with that. So it's, I don't know, I just think Jabba kind of has anything that Luke does, Jabba does better. And then some. That's the way I feel. But again, that's just my own, personal opinion, guys. That with $1 gets you, 2 hot dogs at Sheetz if you're from the East Coast. But yeah, man, that's what I would do. And then how do the mods look on some of the key characters here? Let's see what Captain Rex looks like. 118 speed. So we need to get some 6 dots on here. This is a solid mod. Crit chances. I'm pretty sure that's like a solid build for him as critical chance. It's pretty decent. You want to get that to 6E just because it's decent speed. You definitely want to slice this mod up. Definitely want to slice that up. That's pretty solid. Yeah, I think the mods on him are pretty good. You just need to get some of them to 6E. So once you, 6E mods will make a big difference for a bunch of these guys. Yeah, man, well done. I think Jabba's the play. Jedi Knight Luke, Jabba, and then you can decide from there once you move on. Because otherwise, I mean, ships-wise, I think you're in pretty decent shape. Just start farming up some of those other fleets to get you going. Need the mats. Yeah, dude. You know who would help you with those mats? Jabba the Hutt. All right, we're going to move back up the list here to see at the beginning. I think I see Noah home first. So again, guys, for those of you just putting it in, I go first come, first serve here, and then channel members and donations jump the line for anybody curious about getting a review. Yeah, see? The mats. It all connects, man. All right, Noah, what do we got? What are we working on here, Noah? Don't know if you should do Jabba or JML first. After you get Jedi Knight Luke. Let's take a look. Oh, geez, Charlie. Using the mouse a little bit there, girlfriend. Ooh, that was a nice little burp, sweetie. Okay. So okay, we're there. So you're pretty far away from Jabba. You've got more of the shards farmed for Luke. Wicket's holding you back from C-3PO. Okay. Which you need C-3PO for both of them anyway, so that's not a problem for me. So I think if you went, so here's where I'm struggling, right? Jabba's just a much better galactic legend, but you are like here's where like you're with Jedi. So like you need Lando for Jedi Knight Luke, you need Captain Han, you need Rebel Officer Leia Organa, right? Like so you still need to farm those guys, and I look at like your Bounty Hunters Hutt Cartel. And you still need Fennec, Aura, Coors Light, Chrysantin. You still need Skiffguard Lando. So you definitely need a lot more shards for Jabba. That I think the only way you could maybe try to make sense of it, like I think you'd probably get JML faster. But I think Jabba is a better long-term investment. But I'd still say that, like, yeah, like I still lean towards getting Jabba because I just feel he offers so much more to accounts right now than Jedi Master Luke does. Because I just don't see the like. I think you're far enough away from everything that like going for Jabba could make sense at this point. Like if you went Luke because you want to get something done faster, yeah, that's the thing. You roll into JML really quickly after getting Jabba. Like it's almost immediate, right? Like it shouldn't take you all that long to do it. You get that done super quickly. So that's kind of where my head is. I think Jabba's still the play for everybody. I think Jabba just makes a lot of sense. As far as mods, let's take a look at Malik here. I would definitely take the speed mods off of Malik and maybe make these all just protection and health. And move the speed set onto Piet. You could almost switch some of these mods around. But yeah, Malik, you don't really need... At your level, you don't need speed on him. You just want him to be ridiculously stupid thick for people to get through. That is like... It is funny, Jason, that you bring that up. Like, that is the one thing, guys, that I see a lot of players kind of... Like, you're at... Oh, jeez, Charlie. You're at the point now where you can... Your next 3 Galactic Legends could potentially be decided for you by farming Leia, Jabba, and Luke. It's okay, girlfriend. It's okay. It's okay. All right. We're going to scroll back up here. Hope you guys don't mind me having to split between roster review Phil and Dad Phil right now. All right, next I see Luminous RXK. All right. So, what are we? RXK. So I have to scroll back up. What's the thought process here? What are we farming? What's the question? What do we got going on? I see you got Kenobi, and I see you've got Executor. Got both get 2 ships. Finishing Treya and Bounty Hunter. So just focusing on teams right now. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so Valkorian, if you're that close, start upgrading some pilots. Just upgrade pilots to get to... Sorry, I saw that. Upgrade some pilots, get to 4 million. It's so worth it. Okay, so Bounty Hunters, I think you're in pretty solid shape with. Like, you've got the makings of the teams that you would need. Because these guys you'll get whenever you get Jabba. You know, Embo's Lord Vader, but you could farm him with Jabba, and I wouldn't complain. Sith-wise... So the Sith look good. Treya, Nihilus, Scion. This all looks good here. He said Phoenix and Zori. Okay, so you're putting relics on them too, which is great. So yeah, I think this is actually really smart to get Zori this early. That is really good. So yeah, you get Zori. I really like this move. I really like this move. And then you said Phoenix Squadron as well. Okay, yeah. So you're investing in. So you're just building some like difficult teams for GAC. Are you planning to go for Ray? Is that the thought process? Dialing in speed. Like, is your thought to go for Ray, or are you just building this team for kicks and giggles? Because you're investing. I mean, you got a Relic 8 Resistance Hero Finn. Holy, what name? Yeah, so if you're going for Ray, the only thing I'll make sure you do, you're going to get JML first. Make sure you get your Ben Solo. But yeah, I mean, if you put this much stuff into Resistance, it wouldn't be a horrible idea to think about getting Ray at some point. Because you're going to have a solid Resistance team. Like, people are not going to like you. I really like that move. Yeah. Probably get JML first and then Jabba. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you... Again, that's kind of like if you've got your plan figured out, that makes sense. You know, I mean, again, I recommend getting Jabba earlier, but I know a lot of players like yourself are just so far away that it might not make sense. But yeah, I don't hate it. And then you said you're dialing in speed, so let's see like where Grief is. 331, that's a solid speed Grief. Boss gives 332, so like you literally did the one speed thing. I love that. That cracks me up. I mean, you've got a really fast everything. Mando doesn't need anything, like, Mando doesn't even need that much speed. Like, mine is, like, abysmally slow. Like, I would, mine's like 250 speed, I think. Because he gains like 35% turn meter. Kiddo, you can just close your eyes. Otherwise, the only critique I would make here is your Zam is super fast and modded off. I would change this from crit damage to like offense if you can. Offense, protection, something that she'd share with everybody. So, yeah, man, I mean, this is solid. Solid speeds, like, those are really, really good. If you're just working on teams right now for GAC, you've got them modded really well. So I don't hate it. A lot of high relic levels, too. Like, you've got a higher relic Treya team than I do. Which, who knows, maybe that could have come in handy tonight for me to try and beat that stupid Malicos team. But yeah, man, well done. Well done. All right, so next I see we've got I was told to check the Discord here, so I want to read the... So it's this is nice. So I got a message from Solar here, guys. So, Fat Phil, sorry for disturbing you, but I wanted to tell you that you are one of, if not my favorite creator in this community. I've learned so much from you. Your videos and streams were and are really entertaining. I hope you and your family have the best future from now on, and I hope your daughter can recover from her health issues. Thanks for everything, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. You can make me cry. Yeah, you know the little one here. She's been pretty healthy, but the older one's definitely been through it. So I really appreciate that. It's been it's been a journey for her, to say the least. It'd be a journey if you would go to sleep, wouldn't it? All right. I appreciate that, Solar. That meant a lot, man. You guys can check that out in the Discord, Solar. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's get over here to Noah K394. Noah K394. So he said, about to work on Phoenix and Night Sisters to Gear 12 on side. No Kyratex spent. Then planning on going for either Starkiller or Jabba. Okay. So, we've got JML. So working on Phoenix and Night Sisters. Yeah, I would prioritize your gear on Daka right now. Just prioritize your gear and get the Zeta on Daka. She's going to be the most important one. She's going to be what keeps everybody alive. So you definitely need to prioritize that if that's what you're working on. And then as far as the Phoenix goes, I would hold off on the Phoenix for now and still focus Night Sisters. Because Night Sisters, I think, are going to be a team that, with a really good Relic Daka and like low gear everywhere else, you're going to be able to get like 3 stars on everything. So that'll be... So that'll be really, really awesome. You know, if you get Night Sisters first and then work on the Phoenix. That's what I would do. Because, yeah, you need this ability. This one you need. And then Mater for a crazy amount of health. And then you said Star Killer or Jabba. So, nowhere close to Dash. Talon's close. Kyle's 7-star. Mara Jade's 7-star. How do we feel about Hot Cartel? Okay, all right, we're working with Hot Cartel there. I think Jabba could be a really solid option here. I think you go Jabba even before you try and get Star Killer. Just spend the rest of your time get it because your problem is you've got to get Chrysanthemum and he's in the Cantina. So you're gonna want to focus on him rather than somebody like Dash Rendar. That would just be my personal opinion. It's kind of the way I look at that. Otherwise, how are you look Rebels-wise to get... Oh, yeah, you got Jedi Master Luke. What am I thinking? So you have Jedi Knight Luke. And you got Drogon. So, I mean, you could... Depending on what you really want to do, if you go get Jabba, you've got... Are you thinking Leia? Like, you have a Relic Lobot, Relic 5, Rolo, Captain Han's Relic 5, like, these guys, like, are you going for Leia? Like, was that your thought process? Okay, so you're finished off with all the Leia, right? So you're going to get Leia before you get anything else. I would get Leia before you get anything else then. Like, any extra resources you have need to be going to Leia at this point, if that's how close you are. Like, don't just focus everything on getting those things done, because you've committed a lot of resources to that. Like, Relic 8, Relic 7, you did the Relic 5s, like Lobot, Akbar. I think you've got to finish Leia off. So, like, any extra bonus crystals you get, throw them into shards for the characters you're going to end up needing for her. The only thing I would do is I would wait to see where Scout Trooper and Drogon go, where Drogon goes farmable. Like, Scout Trooper's going to hit someplace. Still save your bonus crystals until Drogon goes to a place, because if... Let's say Scout Trooper goes to a hard node and Drogon goes to Cantina, then you're going to want to have, spend those crystals on Scout Trooper and vice versa. So, yeah. And if you're almost done with a horde, then pick like a single character at a time to work on. So whether it's like Dash or somebody, pick a single character at a time that you're going to work on there. Because, yeah, I just think you're in that holding pattern like I am, where you just need Leia to be over and done with. But right after Leia, I think you go directly into Jabba. Get those 3 GLs, and I think you'll be a lot better off. Yeah. I think that should be the game plan here. Yeah, I didn't realize you were that close to lay it until I was looking closer. And then speed-wise, that's solid speed on Jedi Knight Revan. That's pretty solid speed on Darth Revan, too. So you got Darth Revan at Relic 9. Were you thinking Leviathan, too? Do you have Leviathan and I miss it? Geez, you have Leviathan. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize you had Leviathan. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely then just get Leia. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize you had Leviathan, man. I just started looking at the stuff and I'm like, geez, what's the... Yeah, wow. Yeah. Okay. With what you have, focus all your relics and attention to Leia, go get Jabba, and then worry about Starkiller. You've got enough of everything else that you're going to be able to, like, you shouldn't have to worry. You're going to have such, like, top-heavy GLs like Jabba and Leia that people are going to struggle, and then if they get through those, you've got Leviathan sitting there. So I think you're in really good shape. Yeah, I'm in, like, shock a little bit with Leviathan, Executor at this stage in the game. And by getting Leia, you'd probably end up putting yourself in a position to get Profundity, too. Yeah, man, well done. I like this a lot. I really like this a lot. Appreciate the $4.99, my friend. So, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to leave the stream on. I've just got to go give Charlie a new hiney here and hopefully get her to sleep here in a second. All right, kiddo, I'll be right back. Let's get you a new one. Do you need a new hiney? All right. Oh, my goodness. All right, kiddo. Now, you need to settle down. Oh, my goodness, you're not even close to us, like, tired, are you? All right, we're going to scroll back up here now. So... I see, hold on, where was I at? Okay, I see those two. All right, the next one I see is, ouch. So, Justin, are you still on? I think I see your account here. Justin, are you still on here? Oh, my goodness, Charlie. Killing me. Give him a minute to respond. If he's not on, we'll keep moving down the list to see who's still here. Justin, are you on stream? He is here. All right. Let's see what we got going on. So we've got Grant. Okay. So this is, so we've got Grand Inquisitor. That's right. Okay, this is one of the stupid accounts. Done. 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 So yeah, if anybody's here from the beginning, let me know. I started from when I said I was going to do, but if somebody's still here from the beginning, let me know. Oh, goodness gracious, Char. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, it's one of his stupid accounts. He knows. Justin and I talk. He knows. He's 4 relics away from the Lord Vader ticket farm. 4 relic levels or 4 relics? Let's see. Trying to see what other, you got your Bad Batch. So your tech needs to be relic 5. Relic levels, yeah. So tech is your last one. Okay, yeah. So you shouldn't be far at all. All right, so okay. Yeah, this is, gosh, I mean, this is insane. This account still makes me mad every single time I see it. And I know I'm going to see something, like, annoying here. Yeah. Like, that's such great speed for 2.8. Executor is next. That's going to be so crazy. You're going to have Lord Vader before you have Executor. You've got both get 2 ships already. Should you get another Galactic Legend or Starkiller? I would get Starkiller. I think Lord Vader will be like such a, because this is like the perfect time to get Lord Vader, where all these accounts at your level will have like Sith Eternal and they'll think they're cool, and then you're gonna set your Lord Vader and just laugh at them. Yeah, I would say get Starkiller, and he'll be able to beat most of the teams you face. Then you'll get Reva, and it won't even matter after that. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, just think of the amount of Kyber he's spent already between, like, the Inquisitors, Padme, General Skywalker, Shaak Ti, the Bad Batch. I mean, like, this is a ton of Kyber. It's impressive. Like, it's impressive. Yeah, this is just straight impressive of how much this is. Yeah, man. All right, so I've heard a bunch of people saying they've been here since the beginning and all this stuff. So I'm going to try and get to who I see and when I see you. So I'm just going to start going, like, I'm just going to start grabbing codes from people who said they've been here since the beginning. Let's see. All right, Anthony. Let's see what Anthony has going on here. All right, so you have Leviathan at 6.1 million, which is kind of absurd. 2 Galactic Legends, Kenobi, Sith Eternal, okay. You have your Inquisitors. If Han is Relic 7... Okay. So what's the thought with... Do you just go get Jedi Knight Luke? I think you get Jedi Knight Luke, man. There you go. Yeah, I think you get Jedi Knight Luke because you've got 2 massive Galactic Legends already. Hermit Yoda. I think Jedi Knight Luke could be a very solid option here. Yeah, I think Jedi Knight Luke's your play. Yeah, if you get Jedi Knight Luke, I think then you can work towards, like, Jabba, Leia, or Jedi Master Luke. Jedi Knight Luke is just, as I've been saying, he's your building block. He's what, I think right now in the game, you cannot afford to be doing anything other than farming Jedi Knight Luke if you don't have him already. He leads to too much stuff. He literally leads to too much stuff. He's your gateway character in this game now. Yeah, I think that's where I would go with this. Because, like, you don't need ships now. You've got Leviathan, so you've got the trump card. You've got these things. You've got your Executor. I think you just need some of those GLs to kind of match that ridiculousness of Leviathan. So that's kind of where I would be heading into right now. So get your Jedi Knight Luke. And then move to the... I think you get Jedi Knight Luke, and then you move in the direction that you want to be moving from there. Alright. So next, I'll grab Astro, and then I'll get Stelios, and then I know Local Sniper's been asking for one too. So we'll kind of move in that order here. All right, let's grab this. All right, Astro. In need of help after returning after a few years. All right. This should actually be an interesting account. All right. So, you've got our King at Relic 3. I love that. I love seeing that. Okay, so here's what I would do. Focus on getting the Executor. Get your Bounty Hunter ships up. Get TIE Bomber. And work on getting, like, your... work on getting Executor. I just think... here's the thing. Even if you're in, like, a... crazy fleet shard, Executor just helps you get so many other things that I think you have to get at this point. Right? So I would get Executor and then get Jedi Knight Luke. Like, so, what you could do, Astro, I've got a, like, free-to-play farming guide I released that at least would get you to the point of getting Jedi Knight Luke and then getting Jabba. And I think that would set you up really nicely because you're... where you're gonna have a lot of stuff that other, like, I'm just looking through, like, you've definitely got an older account, like, just from looking at stuff, you have an older account, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, you're in a day one fleet shard, so it's not gonna, like, Executor, in my mind, for you, Executor's just to help you in GAC at this point, because everybody's gonna have their Leviathans and stuff. So if you really wanted to, you could skip out on Executor for a while and just say screw it. And yeah, like, definitely get Jedi Knight Luke and then just get, like, Jabba. I think you just have to go get Jabba. He'll kind of help you get into all those other areas that you were missing. Like, you'll get into the mod event, and that means that you won't have to spend a lot of energy doing mod stuff that you can spend at other places. And then I would just slowly start building those Jabba, JML, Leia, with a few farms in between there to kind of break it up. That's what I think I would do. Because with your older account, Jedi Master Luke gets super easy. Like, yeah. Like, look at your Rebel. Like, the Rebels here are just, like, you're only missing, like, the newest ones, which isn't that bad. So, yeah, man. I think if you focus on getting Jedi Knight Luke, then you can start moving towards your Jabba's, Leia's, Luke's. And then at some point, you still need to work in that Executor for that really solid fleet in Grand Arena. Yeah, with mods, sorry, nunny drop. With mods, focus on offense sets, speed sets, and health sets, and those will be your bread and butter for a while. Those are kind of the most versatile mod sets. Yeah, man, good stuff. Hopefully you like the channel and you stick around. I like to think I know a little bit of what I'm doing. I wouldn't say I know a crazy bit, but I know enough, right? All right, so next we're gonna grab here I'll grab Stelios, Local, and then Pat J. And Minty. I know Minty Nebular's in here somewhere too. All right, Stelios. That's because the baby's head is down here, man. Also, I don't have a professional camera, guys. I use the built-in camera for my laptop. Let's be honest here. Okay, so you're going Jedi Knight Luke and General Skywalker. So why General Skywalker? If you're gonna get Jedi Knight Luke, I'd just go straight into a Galactic Legend, because with General Skywalker, like, you need to gear up 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 other characters. And then, like, you still have work to do on your Galactic Republic to even get there. So I would do that. I don't think GAS is going to offer, I don't think General Skywalker is going to offer you enough, because you also still need to completely build your 5.0 first. So it doesn't make sense. Whereas you get, like, Jedi Knight Luke, and you start working on some of those Galactic Legends, and you're going to be a lot better off. Because I just don't think... Maybe you could get General Skywalker after Jabba, but I think, like, what I would do is I've recommended to people that you piecemeal General Skywalker. Like, build your Padme team. Go do something else, right? Go get, like, Jabba. Build Padme. Go towards Jedi Knight Luke or Leia. Get your next Galactic Legend, get your next big thing, and then go build like your Separatists or your 501st with Shock T and work that way. I think trying to do General Skywalker all at once now is just, I feel, so detrimental to accounts because it is a massive undertaking between all of the gear you need to put in to his requirements and his team. And while he's very good, enough things in the game beat General Skywalker now that he's not alone in that in between Galactic Legends and like your core teams. There's enough stuff in his area now that's like Starkiller is much easier to get than General Skywalker, and Starkiller's superior. So I love my General Skywalker, but he's definitely not something I recommend doing all at once anymore, simply because I think it's too much. So I would get your Jedi Knight Luke, and then I'd start moving into like a Jabba or something in that range, right? You've got to start building up at 3.1 million GP. You've really got to start building that Galactic Legend, or else someone with a single GL could theoretically beat you in GAC because you can't clear them. So just food for thought there, right? So just something to think about. Otherwise, with your ships, I don't mind where they're at. I love that you've got both Malevolence and Negotiator. That's a very good tactic there. I would definitely just make sure that you work on your Separatist ships. Yeah, like this, like you need to use your ship credits and get Hyena Bomber up. Because like you're missing out on like a very important part of that Malevolence fleet. Yeah, so definitely got some things to work on, my friend. Definitely got a lot to work on, but I think you'll get it done. So yeah, man, good stuff. We're gonna keep moving along here. Let's see. All right, let's see what local snipers code here is. All right. So 3 million. No Galactic Legend, but we do have Executor. Vulture. So what get to ship are you getting first, Malevolence or Negotiator? Jack, R9 Cup. Jack, we both know that's not happening. Come on now, man. We know that's not happening. That's not the way we roll around here. So you were farming Sith Eternal. You switched to Kylo. You go to Bronzium next. Yeah, yeah, you did a lot of switching because you think you'd be really close to Negotiator if you hadn't switched right now, but I mean, it's 3v3 GAC next time. And if you're going for, the thing is, like, you could Omicron your First Order TIE Fighter pilot, but your problem is, like, he's not real, like, you don't have that much gear on him, so you're not going to get a ton of benefit out of it yet. There's not a lot you could do with going for Kylo. and you've invested a lot of resources into it that you're definitely at the point of no return on Kylo, unfortunately. But there's nothing, like, I could sit here and tell you to do certain things, but it's just going to delay you getting Supreme Leader Kylo Ren that much more. And you're not going to want that at this stage. Yeah, I don't see... I mean, he's a good GL. He's Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's definitely up there in terms of, like, he's a good offensive GL. Definitely has his weaknesses on defense. It's a decent fleet. Yeah, I don't think you have a lot you can do right now that would benefit you. I mean, side farms, like, you need to finish your first orders before I can say, like, hey, start doing side farms, because you need to finish those guys. But I'm telling you, I think you start making sure you're ready for Jedi Knight Luke. That would be my recommendation. Get ready for Jedi Knight Luke. And if you're thinking of Jabba, as you start checking off those first order farms, I'd start checking into Jabba right away. Because you're going to definitely need him. And the other thing I'm going to say is start farming TIE Echelon. Don't be that guy who thinks you're going to have this really good first order fleet and then not have this ship. Because that's just, like, I see a lot of guys do that where they get like a 3-star Echelon and it just doesn't hold up against the Executor. So yeah, you've gotta keep going on that. He said you modded your Wampa. Let's see what Wampa's got. Okay, we got Tenacity down here. Crit damage. Speed. Health. Defense. Offense. So you need a larger health pool on him. You're going to want a larger health pool. And you really... I would switch this mod with health. I'd get more health on him. Like, I'd switch this out. And I'd switch this for health, too. Because, like, he doesn't need a lot of speed. He gains so much speed. So Tenacity is only... So this is my Wampa. This is the way I think of Wampa. Modding Wampa for Tenacity means you're trying to beat stuff that's like Starkiller level. Or like maybe Iden, right? But like Iden will still chew through all of this health very quickly. Because you don't have enough base health to survive it. So all that Tenacity isn't going to matter if you can't survive. Do you follow my point there? Like, I wish I could find my old Wampa when he was Relic 5. But, like, my Wampa had, like, 88,000 health with 4 health mods on him. And now with an all health sets. And now with Tenacity and, I mean, higher Relic levels, I have a larger health pool. And, yeah, like, I think what your problem is going to be is if you're trying to beat Iden, you have the Tenacity to survive her opening hit, but you're not going to have the health to stick around for it. That would be my fear. You're not going to have the health to stick around. I'll check your Piet, and then I'm going to move on to the next here. Yeah, that's fine. That's plenty of speed. That's plenty of speed on him, especially at this GP. That's plenty of speed. People aren't going to be able to touch that. 341? Like, that's perfectly good. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, yeah, guys, we're all over the place with reviews because things got lost up in the middle or up at the top here. So I saw Pat J. I think I saw someone like, who else is here? Minty. I know you're still Minty, Pat J. And I know there's one other guy in here. Where was he? Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes gameplay. Are you guys still around? If you guys are still around, drop the like. Pat J's ready, Minty's ready. All right. All right, let's get up here. See what we're working with. Band of Silent Brothers. I was just watching Band of Brothers before I hopped on here. I love that. Fun fact, for those of you who've seen Band of Brothers, the character, like not Damian Lewis, but like Richard Winters, the guy that it follows for the majority of the series, he grew up in the town like right over, like literally from where like I grew up. He grew up in the town right over next to me. And so there's this beautiful like rail trail that they put in that I was running on when I was in college. And they have a big statue of Richard Winters at the end of it called like, you know, with Follow Me and everything. It was one of the coolest things. So if you like Band of Brothers, fun fact. All right. Anyway, let's get in. Pat J, you're going to finish executor requirements. All right. So Piet's done. So you need... Bosk is good. Dengar's good. IG is good. TFP is good. So is it the ships? Razor Crest is good. Where? Oh, you just finished the requirements. Okay, just finished those requirements. Okay, nice. Starkiller's almost done. Then need to know where to go next. I started Kylo, but him and Kenobi are close in gear. I mean, you should be much closer to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren than Kenobi. So this needs a Relic 8. This needs a Relic 8. Relic 3, Relic 7. Relic 3, 5, 3, 5. Yeah, so you still... So you have a long way to Kenobi. You're like... Oof. Huh. What do you have right now? I would get Kenobi. Hold on. Okay, so you do have Cat. I would get Kenobi, then I would get Kylo, then I would get Profundity. Yeah. I think I'd go Kenobi, Kylo, then Profundity. Because, like, while you're close to gear on Kylo, you've got Commander Tano. So, like, you've got that Kenobi team kind of ready. Modded better. Let's take a look at this guy. switch this to protection. He doesn't need a lot of speed. You just want protection up here. You want as much protection on him as you can manage. Yeah. Like, 100,000 is still pretty good, but you can get more. And I would do that. I would throw more protection on him. Okay, and Commander Tano, rip these protection mods off of her and put health. And I'd even take away the crit damage, and I'd just mod her all for health. So, your profundity may be close on gear, but you're discounting the fact that you need a Relic 9 for Admiral Radis. Like, you're discounting the fact that you need, like, just for argument's sake here, right? You need a Relic 9 here. You need Relic 8 here. Relic 5, Relic 5, Relic 5. Yeah, I would probably say that I still think you're better off trying to get Kenobi. Like, Profundity is a solid ship, but since they nerfed it against the Leviathan, I'm not saying that it's lost the value of trying to rush it. That it's a solid ship still for GAC, but it's not that thing that you're like, I've got to get this for Fleet Arena now. So yeah, I'd go Kenobi, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Profundity, in that order, because I think that'll get you the most bang for your buck, and then set you up nicely. I would start, you need to start thinking about Jabba, though. Like, at this GP, you've got to start, you can't ignore this guy. You've got to start thinking Jabba at some point as well. But I think you get those ones that you're super close to. Total gear is different, though. Like, the Relic 9 is a lot of investment. So I still think Kenobi's the play, man. That's just my own personal advice. Yeah, like, you got to think that Kenobi's going to serve you way better than Kylo will. Kenobi takes a GL to beat on defense. Kylo does not take a GL. People are proving that time and time again. So that's why I recommend Kenobi. So that would be the plan. Kenobi, Kylo, Profundity. That's what I would do. And I'd get Jedi Master Luke a little bit more protection. And I'd mod Commander Tano for health. Alright, so I got Jake Torzik here with $2. Curious on your thoughts on my roster. Alright, Jake, let's grab you. I didn't say you get Jabba right now, but he needs to be in the conversation at some point. 9.9 million. All right, so you're about 500,000 more than me. Lots of high relic levels here. 9, 8, 8, 8. I would have put this relic 8 on Kenobi on Lord Vader instead. Definitely would have done that. You've got Third Sister, Relic, a lot of Relic 9s. Okay, you have Afra and Starkiller. Jeez, you've got a lot of high Relic levels, man. Holy Toledo. So you're willing to take Sana to Relic 8, but we're leaving Commander Tano at Relic 5. Okay. Geez, so you've got Marin. This is, like, really solid. So, but you don't, so, no Grief, no Mando. Interesting. Okay. Dark Trooper, not relic. Dark Trooper and Iden aren't relic. Wow. So are you going for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis? Think that. So probably going for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. No really good Imperial Troopers. It's interesting. I'm not gonna say I completely disagree with it. It's interesting. Yeah. Wow. What do the ships look like? Six-star Profundity. I like that. So we'd be a pretty decent matchup in GAC. I think you'd edge me on relic levels for sure. Finishing Rey right now. Okay, yeah. That's... And you got Zori too. Beautiful. Yeah, that's really good. And you should have... Ooh, you don't have Ben Solo. I'd make sure do you have Ben Solo at least unlocked, Jake? Do you have a way to get him? I definitely make sure that's on the radar. Getting Ben Solo. I'd heavily consider building troopers at some point. They're just so... I mean, the Gideon team's going to be amazing too, so that could be a side farm. Yeah, dude, I mean, this is a stacked account for 9.9. I wouldn't want to face you. Mara Jade 365 is cruising. Echo is 3. Okay, so we're moving down. So you do move down in speed pretty quickly then. Okay, 329. Yeah, so we move down in speed pretty quickly from Mara Jade. And then let's check, say, like Jedi Master Luke here. So I would switch these mods on Luke from health to protection. I would go all in on protection for Luke. Because it makes such a big difference on offense. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, some of the relic levels I'm going to assume are because of territory battles. Would be my guess. But yeah, this is a really solid account. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to face you in GAC. Like, you obviously pay attention to Datacrons. Like, I wouldn't want to face you. I would definitely change a couple of the mods here. I'd mod General Skywalker for a bit more protection. I like General Skywalker to be a bit beefier. Rolo at Relic 8. Jeez. Offense. Crit damage. I mean, that's a scary thought. Jeez. So that's got to be... Your Sana team has to be disgusting. That would not be a fun team. Coors Light Leia. So she's slow, but you're running her with offense mods here. Critical damage. Man. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is pretty solid. I would just tweak mods a little bit here and there in some cases, but I think overall this is really good, Jake. Like, you obviously know what you're doing. You've got a good Kyber skill rating from what I saw. I saw you were in Kyber 2, which means you know what you're doing. Yeah. Like, you know what you're doing. I wouldn't want to face you in GAC. I'd say that much. Like, the relic levels are just crazy. Yeah, like, it's, yeah. These are some crazy relic levels. I mean, I like it. Like, crazy relic levels in a good way. Definitely would tweak a few things, but that's just the way that I mod. I mod differently than some people. Now this, I would say you definitely want to change protection away. Kenobi, his entire kit is based around protection up, which is based on your max health. So I would definitely switch those around. We can find better uses for them. But otherwise, Jake, I mean, this is a solid account. I think a lot of players, including myself, would struggle with this. That would be a really tough. That would be a tall order for us to have to beat. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I love especially that you have the, like, Chef's Kiss that your profundity's only 6-star and you have the 7-star Leviathan. Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I really like that, Jake. Well done, my friend. Yeah. All right, so now I got to keep going back to Minty Nebular. Can you drop your code? If you're still here, Minty, if you want to drop your ally code, because I don't know where it is in chat anymore. I don't know if you guys can tell, but Charlie is out cold. All right, Minty, what's your code? You said you've been farming Relic 8, Relic 9 mats. All right, there's the code. All right, so, I mean, the obvious answer for Relic 8 is your Executor. So get Razor Crest. So we're working on Bounty Hunter ships, which is good. That's what I want to see, Bounty Hunter Empire ships. Definitely need to get TIE Bomber to 7 stars. Wrapping up Sith Eternal, going for Executor, then Jedi Master Luke. I'd love Inquisitors, but any others are good. Okay, so how close are we to Sith Eternal being done? So he needs a Relic 6. He needs a Relic 7, Relic 7. Any of these guys, or are they all up here? Done. Yeah, okay, so I think if you're gonna go, excuse me, I think if you're gonna go for like a Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, I just don't see where these guys will end up being able to fit in until like well after Jedi Master Luke because of the amount of Kyrotex they need. Because your other problem too, you've got to remember when you're taking on the Inquisition, it's not just these 5 characters. You've then got to get all of these to relics, then get Grand Inquisitor up to relic levels too. So it's this. It's a lot of Kyrotech, a lot of gear, a lot of relic levels, and then you think, realistically, you get Inquisitors, you then need to take them to Relic 7 to be able to do the Reva mission. So, all of a sudden, this super easy, oh, I only need Relic 5s on these guys, turns into, I literally need 5 Relic 7 characters that take a ton of Kyrotech. So, Inquisitors is... You can't do it on the side. It's got to be a primary thing that you do. So I would do that. But I don't hate the thought of going for... I don't hate the thought of JML. But definitely think also that you've got to get Jabba at some point here too. Like you've been farming the characters at least. Like you've made some progress there. So definitely start thinking about Jabba as well. You know, that Jedi Knight Luke Jabba combo is deadly. It's a really good one. But yeah, man, I think you're like I don't mind where you're at. I think it's good. I would critique that your TIE Echelon isn't 7-star. I'd make this a farming priority. And yeah, like I would definitely make sure that you're getting all your ships. Looks like that's one area you could use some stars. Just make sure you're continuing to farm your ships because they make a difference much later on in the game. You know, you want it, like your goal is to get done with farming ships so you can start farming things in fleet nodes. Let's check a speed here. Piet is 337. That's a respectable speed. Now, why is Rex this quick? Are you... I wouldn't have that good of mods on Rex if you aren't putting him in, like, your best teams. Those could go on somebody like a Dash Rendar and be much more effective. Also, what is he doing missing a mod down here? What are we doing here? Why is he missing a mod? Oh. So, definitely fix that. Yeah, make sure you've got all your mods on. I don't ever switch my mods around, but make sure you've got your mods on. You can't afford to be missing mods on characters missing mods. But, yeah, I think you get your Sith Eternal, go get Executor, Jedi Knight Luke. I mean, you're swapping mods around. Yeah, I don't ever... I'm different. I don't really ever swap mods unless I absolutely... Like, for Reva, it's the only time I do. But, yeah, I always see that. It just makes me cringe because I get worried that I would leave him out for, like, Grand Arena or something. All right. Yeah, Minty. I think Inquisitors, unfortunately, are a long way off. I think, like, you've got this Sith Eternal. If you're trying to get Jedi Knight Luke, you've got your path forward. It's just going to take you a long way. Like, it's going to take a while to get through all that. I like this one. That's pretty solid. I would not... Whenever I see an arrow that's speed with slicing, I just cringe. You guys can't do that. It's not worth it. You're not getting extra speed out of it. That's a pretty nice mod. There's no offense percent, but it's still really nice. Health, offense percent, protection percent. This is a great mod. It's a really great mod. Yeah. Minty, you've got your plan. I would just stick to it and make sure that you start getting those galactic legends and things that you need to start really competing here, because you've got a good account, but we've just got to start putting the finishing touches on. All right. So Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes gameplay. Do you have your ally code ready? And I see Not Noah. He's also got his ally code ready. So Will, that's the slicing won't help beyond just like 6-stop mods. It doesn't matter whether it's a gold 6-stop mod or a white 6-stop mod. It won't increase your executor speed. All right, so gameplay, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes gameplay. You are next. All right, so we've got not Noah here. So you've got a lot of stuff here. You've got to finish Kylo. You need to finish Kylo. That's the... Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot there. You've got to get Kylo at this point. Gosh, yeah. So you've got to get Kylo, and then you've got to start farming your bounty hunter ships. You cannot be lacking on bounty hunter ships. Ye. Oh man. I think you've got to just get your Kylo, work on those bounty hunter ships to start thinking about your executor. Yeah, you need a Jedi. You got to get Jedi Knight Luke next. I think you've got it. You've got to. You're gonna struggle the next little bit. It's not gonna be fun, but I think like you can't. Yeah, like like do you even have the like you're not even close to the finalizer yet. You might have to buy the crystal packs for finalizer because you don't have 7-star here. Like, so yeah, you're completely ready to start Kylo, but you don't have the finalizer. Wow. Yeah. Man, that's... I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have to work for it. You know, but you at this point, yeah, you know what? Get your bounty hunter ships. Bounty hunter ships, Jedi Knight Luke. That's it. You've gotta get that done. It's yeah, like you. Yeah, you cannot afford to neglect ships. It's why, I mean, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse when I say things like this, but it's why I tell you guys all the time that ships are so important. Like, you could be knocking on the door of another galactic legend with the gear that you've put into these guys, and unless you're willing to wail on those finalizer packs, you are months away from Kylo still because you need that ship. Because you not only need to unlock it, you then need to get it 5-star. So unless you are gonna save crystals or buy crystals, which I'm not recommending you do, you do what you want, but like you're without using crystals, whether purchased or saved, you're not getting finalizer for a couple of months. So I don't know if that lights a fire a little bit, but that's the reality. It's a hard truth, but it's it is the truth. You're a very long way away from finalizer right now. But I would get your Jedi Knight Luke. After finalizer, your bounty hunter ships are done. Get Jedi Knight Luke, and start thinking about that next GL. I think with Kylo, you'll have a little bit of time where you can maybe get away with some things, but eventually you're going to start needing another galactic legend to supplement. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I get it. It's very hard. I think if you're not as in tune with stuff, which is okay, some guy like having fun is perfectly fine. Um, but yeah, the the ships thing is definitely a big deal. Definitely a big deal to not have to be that far behind. Um, Otherwise, I mean, you have Cal Ripken Jr. at 7 star. Like I would, yeah. I mean, you could get Profundity. It's my biggest issue with Profundity is that it's a very easy ship to counter on defense. Um, I mean, you could get Profundity if you want, but you got to think that's a Relic 8 and a Relic 9. So you're what you've got to be saving for your resources. It's going to be a lot of stuff there. But yeah, I mean, you could do it. You just, oh, excuse me. Thing is, like, you're gonna need some of these ships anyway. But he's not that like not trying to burst the like completely burst the bubble, but you need some extra ships for Profundity that you don't have yet. So just think that you got to farm your first order ships to get the finalizer and everything. You still need to get all the ships for Profundity as well. So yeah, I definitely think that yeah, man, ships are just unfortunately right now ships are your Achilles heel. You're gonna have to spend your time farming all of them. Like, and I'm not trying to just destroy like rip you to pieces. I'm just trying to make sure that like Iden's ship is great, but those 6 stars should be here, right? You know, Anakin's ship is awesome, but those stars should be on, a bounty hunter ship, right? Excuse me. That I like you probably had some really good intentions. It just execution was missing. But that's what these reviews are here for, to kind of help get you on that right path, get you moving to that point that you can be as effective in this game and still have a lot of fun, right? I love to tell the story that for me, the way that I have fun in Galaxy of Heroes, for those of you guys who watch like the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelsey, which I freaking love that podcast. It's so much fun. And this guy started attacking. And they tell a story how Julian Edelman, after losing the Super Bowl to the Eagles in I forget when they lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles, and he wrote on the whiteboard, "Winning is fun." Wow. He wrote on the whiteboard, "Winning is fun," and that kind of stuck with me. That like that's the way that I have fun as well. That like to me, a win is fun. That's kind of the way that I look at that. So, anyway, nice. Opponent's doing some damage there. All right, let's get to gameplay. Can you hook me up with your ally code? Oh, man. I know some people just joined in. I apologize. I'm definitely getting to that. I got maybe 1 or 2 more in me before I might head to bed here. I'm getting exhausted, and Charlie girl could use to be in her cribby. He should definitely just clear this Jabba in no time. He's got the tools to do it. So gameplay, you still around, man? Well, I'm waiting for him. I know he's been here for a while, so that's why I'm waiting around. You guys get to see me purchase all the things that I buy all the time. I don't see it. Can you put X's in the middle of it? Oh. There it is. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. All right. Oop, it didn't copy correctly. There we go. All right, 7.8 million. Jabba, Kenobi, Sith Eternal. Okay. I saw Leviathan. And Executor. It's crazy. I mean, it's the thing to do now. It's crazy how many accounts now are skipping Profundity and going straight for Leviathan. It makes perfect sense. Like, that's the play now. All right. So one thing I'm going to recommend is finish off your Emperor's Shuttle. Make sure you get that ship farm. That's a great ship. Okay. So you have Jabba. You have Jedi Knight Luke. Okay, so you're, like, about to be farming tickets for Jedi Master Luke. So are you ticket farming for Jedi Master Luke? No, you're not. You need Relic 7. You need Relic 7 on R2-D2. Okay. So Relic 7, R2-D2. Oh, and JTR. Where's JTR at? Okay, yeah. So you need Relic 7 here, Relic 7 there. Okay. Alright, so then after Luke, I mean, after Luke, you better get Leia after Luke. I'm just going to say that now. I think you'd be... I think that's going to be your best bet. Just go get Leia right away. You're going to have everything already farmed up. Like, you should be in really good shape to do that. Because, yeah, I think you get your Luke, you get your Leia. Because, like, you've got that Leviathan, which means that you're, like, solidified in Fleet Arena for a while. You don't need to worry. So start building up those things that are going to really help boost your account, and that would be what Leia is going to be for you. All right, mods. Let's take a look. health, crit damage. I'd change this to health percent and not protection. Pretty fast Kenobi there, 572. 537. Okay, Jabba's pretty quick too. Tenacity. Health. Health. Okay. Okay, 363 on Mara. With potency. Okay. Now, we better be in the 350 range here. 350. Okay. But crit damage, but you got some health percent there. Okay. So modded got some good health on her. That's good. Okay. And then where do we get to on Piet? 347. All right. How about Gideon? 317. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, mods aren't bad. Mods are not bad. Ooh, hold on a second here. Why is Dark Trooper this fast? Yeah, Dark Trooper does not need 319 speed. Holy cow. I mean, it's awesome, but he does not need that much speed. Not even in the slightest. Oh my goodness. Let's put the... Yeah, those mods need to be on, like, Jedi Knight Luke. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, Star Killer, anybody else could use those mods other than Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper doesn't need to be that fast. He's not meant to be that fast. Yeah, I think, yeah, Dark Troopers mods need to make their way to somebody else. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he doesn't have profundity, but I'm okay with that because he has Leviathan, and that's what he needs for Fleet Arena right now. I definitely switch those, like the Dark Trooper, he's way too fast. Yeah, he doesn't need... Stuff's crazy. I like the defense sets there on Chrysanthemum. That's a solid call. Yeah. Wampa's also a bit quick. I mean, it's impressive you're this fast. Don't get me wrong. But, like, this is the case where you could put a health set up there. Or a health mod up there, and you'd probably do better off. But otherwise, I don't hate the mod sets, right? Health and tenacity, you know, it's a good build for Wampa. It's a bit quick for my liking. Anakin with a speed set, alright. It's fine, I guess. Oh, excuse me. And let's go to Fennec. Let's see what Fennec looks like. Yeah, you could almost switch Fennec and Dark Troopers mods. Like, this is a great mod for Fennec. You could keep that, but I would make Fennec a lot faster than I'd make Dark Trooper. Yeah, the fast Dark Trooper I'm not sure I'd buy into. But otherwise, man, this is pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty solid for, especially for, like, 7.8 million. Like, you've got some really good mods in here. Like, you have some very solid mods. You should be proud of some of these mods. They really are good. But yeah, I get your Jedi Master Luke and go get Leia. Right, you get those two back to back, and then you can start maybe thinking about a profundity or something else. But yeah, definitely, if you guys ever like want a rough idea of how, like, again, you can look at my mods at any time you want. You can just type in FatPhil, Star Wars GalaxyFears.gg, and my account will pop up, and you guys can kind of take a look at how. And just keep in mind that there's a certain relevance to the characters that I'm going to mod. Like, don't go and try and look at what my Director Krennic mods are, because that's not going to help you. Like, that will help no one. Krennic's mods will not help anybody. Nice, he made it through. Yeah, this guy's gonna just destroy. And you're working on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis too. Jeez, yeah, a lot of... I'm hearing that from a lot. Dusk, did you request a... What was your request, man? I did not see it. Where'd you request it, Dusk? But you like Krennic, yeah. Krennic's mom doesn't even like Krennic. All seriousness, Krennic was like in a like I loved Krennic in I did love Krennic in Rogue One. Oh, I probably missed it, dude. Here. I think we're allies. There it is. All right, buddy. What are we working with? Okay, Darth Revan's there. So... solid Mandalorian build. Okay, so... Jedi Knight Luke. Alright, so you're closing in on Jabba. Are you going to Relic Embo to Dusk, or are you just kind of... He's just sitting there with stuff? So for Fennec, take crit damage mods off. Fennec doesn't have she doesn't deal enough critical damage. So take critical damage mods off. She doesn't crit enough. You're going to want her modded for offense. Coors Light Leia. Protection, I prefer health on her, but survivability's fine. I mean, it's a waste. I wouldn't say it's a waste, right? Like, right now, he could probably put it on someone else, but when you get Jabba, that's a must Omicron. That's a must-have Omicron. After Jabba, are you thinking of JML or Leia? Because that could be a solid play with the resources you've invested to this point. I definitely think you could do that. Okay, troopers could use a little bit of work, but I'm sure they're serviceable for what you're doing. So go in JML. Okay, yeah. You got Big Shock. You got JKR. Yeah, Dusk, I think you're going to be... Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Dusk, I think you're going to do really well. I think you'll do fine with this moving forward. I don't see you having any issues at all. Getting Jedi Master Luke, and then, I mean, you can pivot to wherever you want. Obviously, I'm going to tell you to go for Leia because I think that's going to be the smartest thing for your account. Just because you'll have so much overlap there, but I think a lot of people going for Leia is going to be dependent on where Scout Trooper and Drogon end up. Otherwise, I would definitely just start working on your ships in general. You'll want to finish off some of these ships, even just for like later farms down the road, whether it be Profundity or Leviathan, because eventually you will want both. Because you got a lot of really solid ones like nailed down, but then like Extinction Bomber, you know, some of those ships, you're gonna want to start thinking about those ones. Just make sure, like, just even if you're like, I don't know when I'm gonna use that ship, start farming it now because eventually you are gonna need it. But otherwise, buddy, this looks good, Dusk. You're chugging quite along. Coming a long way, man. I like it. Where's our Bosk at? Yeah, 300 speed. I mean, that's not bad for Bosk, right? Especially, you got to take into account where your, galactic power is as well. That's pretty solid. That's a really well modded mall too. So yeah, man. I think you're in good shape for Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, if you had to, I would argue, like, I don't want to say Profundity's a waste right now, but Profundity is a GAC only ship now. Because I think Leviathan's just too good. You're better off trying to invest in the Chimera counter against Leviathan than you are Profundity right now. Just my 2 cents for everyone. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I've definitely been streaming for a good little bit here. And I'm hitting my wall. So I appreciate everybody hopping on. It's a pleasure as always to get in front of you. We definitely weren't gonna pull the win off tonight. That Seer Junda team, I got to message my opponent. That team was nasty. I want to send him a message on that Seer team because it was unbelievable. Oops. Typing one-handed makes me feel like a boomer. But thank you guys. If you didn't get a review, again, whenever I do it again, you guys know the drill. I love all you. May the force be with you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.